What's up, everybody? This is Bruce, aka Geektacular. Today I've got another unboxing for you. Today I'm going to be unboxing the brand new release from Mill Creek, which is the complete series of Ultraman Ace on Blu-ray. For those of you who don't know, Mill Creek has actually obtained the licensing rights to release Ultraman series in North America. About a year or so ago, they started releasing kind of two sets of simultaneous releases. They're releasing all the Ultraman series in North America from the very first one, Ultra Q. So they started releasing those in order, one every few months. And then they've also been releasing the newer series from like the 20 teens, kind of one after the other too. So they've kind of been alternating between those. And I guess the intention, hopefully, is to have the complete series out with these new releases. And they're kind of starting from the beginning and the end and sort of working their way to meeting up at the middle at some point. So this is actually the fifth series. This was out in 1972. And as far as I know, this is the first Blu-ray release of this in North America, at least. Like all the others, this comes in two different varieties. So there's this one, which is the Steelbook. And then there's also another one, which is basically like a digipack. It's a bit thicker, non-Steelbook. But it has a really cool painting, like artwork on the side. Kind of like a little bit of a montage on the spine. When you line them all up together, they make like one really long piece of art, which is really cool too. So I think both of the versions that they've been putting out of these original ones are actually really cool. So you can't go wrong with either. They both have the exact same discs in them, so you get the exact same content, just slightly different packaging. I kind of like the slightly more compact Steelbook packaging myself, because I think it looks kind of equally as cool. It's got different aesthetic features to it. So whichever one you want, you'll get the exact same discs and stuff. It's really just the packaging that's different. So let me go ahead and show you the Steelbook here. So it does come shrink wrapped, the whole thing. So I'm going to go ahead and take off the shrink wrap here. And I'm also, if you hang around until after the unboxing, I'm actually going to show you how it looks against the other four Steelbooks as well. I've been collecting all the Steelbooks, these original ones, so if you want to see kind of how it looks alongside the four existing series Steelbooks, just stay tuned in after the unboxing and I will show you. So, one thing that you might notice, so it actually comes in this, like all the other Steelbooks, it comes in this clear slipcover here. You see, this one's kind of tight here. There we go. So you see that? So one thing you might notice is that it kind of looks dull. And actually all their slipcovers are like this, where it actually has a protective film on the outside of it. So if you look on the back, you see how it's kind of like peeling up on the corner here? A lot of the dullness and the scratches and stuff are actually just on this outer protective film. You could leave it on there if you want to keep this extra protected, but I kind of like how it looks without it, just kind of the glossy plastic slipcover. And this is just on here with static, so it's not being held on by anything. So I think it's actually meant to be taken off. This probably just protects it during shipping and whatnot, but I usually go ahead and just take these off. So as you can see here, the actual slipcover is really shiny plastic. Take this off. There you go. So now you have the nice, fancy, shiny looking plastic coming out from the slipcover here. So let me go ahead and show you kind of everything with the slipcovers. And it's laid out exactly the same way as all the other Steelbooks. So you have the kind of the tagline, this little logo here, the big series logo there, and then artwork from this particular series. And then you have your spine with the logo, the series number there, and one of the main Ultraman characters there. And then beside it, you'll see this book, which we'll take a look at here in a second. Here is the back. If you want to pause and read any of that, you are more than welcome to. So it does come with a digital code, but like the others, it's actually a Movie Spree digital code. So Movie Spree is Mill Creek's proprietary streaming site. They have, you can watch it through the web. They have Roku, iOS apps, Android apps, all that kind of stuff. So you can still watch it on most platforms. You just have to get their Movie Spree app for it. So it doesn't unlock it in Vudu or anything like that, Movies Anywhere, but it will unlock the digital version on Movie Spree. And I've used it for all the other Ultraman series, and it streams just fine as far as I'm concerned. So, they didn't have to give you any digital version of it, really. So I'm kind of glad that they did, even if it's for their kind of proprietary streaming site. Also, like all the others, just note that it does come in 1080p, the original full frame, 4x3, and it also only comes with the original Toho approved Japanese audio. So yeah, it's basically the official approved audio. And then with the English subtitles. So just keep that in mind. If you're looking for the English dub, you're not going to find it on this release. So if that's what you're looking for, you might want to try to look for a different release. But if you want basically the highest quality audio and video in the original format, so the original Japanese audio with the approved subtitles and all that, then this is going to be the one probably that you're going to want to pick up. And this one runs around 20 hours and 9 minutes, so it's 6 discs long. So let's go ahead and check it out of the slipcover here. Ooh. So here's the actual steelbook itself. As you can see, it's got kind of metallic accents, especially on the red. The red and the yellow kind of really pop out there, as does this kind of background pattern here. That's all kind of silver, so that sort of pops out of the... It's not embossed, but I just mean like color-wise. The silver kind of really pops out there. And then this is what the back looks like outside of the slipcover. And the rest of it's just kind of red around the edges there. And then if you're curious, this is just what the plastic slipcover looks like by itself. So all this stuff is actually printed on the back of the slipcover. So there you go. Now, just to take a quick look at the guide, I assume this is probably similar to the other ones in that it's an information and episode guide. It's paperback. It's about 24 pages. And basically what you get, the same as the other ones, is kind of a historical explanation and essay about the series itself, this particular series, where it came in the Ultraman history and that sort of thing. You get your hero profile, Ultraman Ace, and then you get some of the other character profiles, followed by an episode guide. So this is really cool because it shows every single episode. It gives you a little thumbnail from each episode, the title, the director, the writer, and then a little brief synopsis of each one. So it's easy to just flip through this, and you can also see which disc these episodes are on. So it's good if you're trying to find a particular episode, or you want to go back and remember what happened in a particular episode and you need to find it on a disc. This is really handy for that. So it does that. It goes through all the episodes. There's 6 discs worth here. Then you get the Key Kaiju guide. So this is most of the main monsters with stats like height and weight, which episodes they appear in, that sort of thing. And then here are sort of the lesser kaijus, the non-main ones. You just get little screenshots and names of those. And then at the very end here, you get key technology, which are any new gadgets or technology that are introduced in this series. They give you a little picture and a little name, and then a little textual description of it. And this is kind of what the artwork here looks like. Very cool. Yeah, I love how they do the artwork on these sets. I think they're really awesome. I'll go ahead and put that back in there. So let's go take a look at the discs themselves. Open it up slightly off screen here. So yeah, so this is the Movie Spree digital code. So there's a code right there that you just put into the Movie Spree website, and you unlock the whole series digitally on their Movie Spree app. So that's pretty cool. And then I assume all of these discs have different artwork. So let's go take a look here. So this is disc 1. Disc 2. Disc 3. Disc 4. Disc 5. And disc 6. So they are stacked on these slightly tall spindles. So so just keep that in mind if you don't like that kind of storage. That's how these steelbooks work. They just have 2 spindles and they just stack the discs on them. I've never really had a problem. These just sit on my shelf, so they've never scratched a disc or anything. So yeah, as long as they stay on their spindles, you know, that's pretty much fine by me. And then some cool artwork just on the inside as well. So that looks really cool. They didn't have to add additional artwork on the inside, but I'm really glad that they did. They really put a lot of effort into the packaging and the artwork and stuff for this release. It really, I think, gives really good reverence to the series. So yeah, so to kind of work backwards, just to recap, you get 2 spindles with 3 discs each, all Blu-rays. 1080p 4x3 transfers, approved by the original production company. Then you also get that Movie Spree code right there, and then you get your information and episode guide that you can kind of slip into the slipcover, and sometimes you have to slip this in from the top instead of the bottom. This one's a little bit tight. There we go. Bam, so there you go. Ultraman Ace from Mill Creek. The next in the kind of the older original 70s Ultraman series. Very glad to have this. And just to kind of show you, since I promised it earlier in the video, if you want to see it beside all the other ones, this is what it looks like here. So these are the spines up through now. Ultra Q, Ultraman, Ultra 7, Return of Ultraman, Ultraman Ace. Laid out extremely uniformly, which is awesome. They look really cool beside each other. The backs, as you can see, differ a little bit. They all have the red and black stripe at the bottom and some text and artwork, but they're kind of laid out a little bit differently in each one. So it gives you a little variety there. Obviously, that side is all identical. And then to kind of see the covers here, I don't really know if I can fit them all on one shot here, but I'll try. So there you go. So that's kind of all 5 of the existing Ultraman Blu-rays here. I really love how uniform they are. They look really cool, kind of lined up next to each other. You know, there's very little else I could ask of this collection. From what I've seen, I haven't been able to watch all of them yet. But from what I've watched so far, the transfers are really nice. You know, the audio is the original audio. The subtitles are good. There's really nothing I don't like about this series of releases. Obviously, you can make some argument for certain series, Ultraman series itself being better than others or whatever. That's, of course, you know, something that's up for discussion and whatnot. But in terms of just Mill Creek's handling of the Ultraman series, I've been really happy so far. I think it's great that they've been offering 2 versions of all these original series releases, and you get a digital version with every single one. So you can have this for your collection, but also watch it digitally if you want to make it a little bit easier. And they've also been releasing a bunch of the newer series as well, on kind of slightly more standard Blu-ray releases, but with really cool slipcovers and stuff. So yeah, I mean, I cannot really complain about anything here. I love that Mill Creek's putting these out. I'm so glad that somebody got the license who actually, cares about the brand and isn't just pumping out crap. They really want to like put out some good releases for Ultraman, which is a pretty transformative show at the time and really led the way for all kinds of future shows like Power Rangers and things like that. So very happy with this release. Really looking forward to taking a look at the actual content there. So thanks everybody for watching this. If you like this unboxing, go ahead and give me a thumbs up down below. That would be awesome. If you like these kinds of unboxings, if you want to see unboxings for any of these other releases or the newer Ultraman series, or if you just like kaiju films, collectibles, sci-fi, fantasy, if you're a physical DVD or Blu-ray collector, if you collect Funko Pops or anything like that, go ahead and check out my channel. Also be sure to hit subscribe so you don't miss any of my future content, and be sure to hit that notification bell so you don't miss anything. So thanks so much everybody for watching, and I'll catch you next time.